where a few individuals dictate fuel prices, cement prices, food prices, while keeping the government on its knees. In fact, these individuals have become the government. They are the ones governing the country. When a private businessman can hold an entire nation hostage over the fuel of price, that is no longer capitalism, it is eco-terrorism. Yet the EFCC will never touch those people. This same applies to cement prices that have made housing unaffordable for the poor, while owners smile to the bank announcing massive profits every year. This pattern repeats itself in telecommunication sector. You know about MTN, right? Airtel, and all the evil tells in this country. While their owners smile to the bank announcing massive profits, the telecommunication cartels take billions, but providing some of the most terrible services to our people. In our government, there will be no monopolies. We break them up and nationalize strategic sectors so that all Nigerians can benefit, not just a few families. Comrades, fellow Nigerians, the economic pain we feel today is a policy choice. Do not be deceived by those who say only God can solve our problems. God had no hand in our problem. The cruel decision to remove fuel subsidy was not done by God. It was done by Bola Tinubu, who is evil, by the way. Without any palliative measures, our local refinery or refining capacity was taken away, even though we had invested billions in them under the Buhari regime, which is also an APC regime. And so many of these are dictated to us by the World Bank and the IMF, which I call the international monetary fraud. That's what the IMF is. Our government are just copying and pasting neo-colonial economic policies sponsored by these Bretton Woods institutions, whose standard playbook remains devalue your currency, float your naira, remove subsidies, and increase taxes on the poor. You all know now that for every banking transaction you do, you must pay taxes in this country. And you already have been overtaxed. It is tragic that our so-called leaders in this Abuja is a state or a place I call the federal capital of thieves, simply copy and paste these policies while the rest of us bear the pain. Ironically, the Bretton Woods institutions, World Bank and IMF and the others, impose what they call structural adjustment programs. Since 1980, they have destroyed our textile mills, refineries, they destroyed the middle class, and also our education system. But let me shock you. The same education system they told you should not invest in the 80s and 90s is where they are getting nurses and doctors to go and treat their own parents and children in the West. The World Bank itself, the World Bank itself admits that governance has failed and that its loans are being stolen and sabotaged. Yet, it continues to give billions to unaccountable government, piling unsustainable debt on the heads of unborn children in this country.